your sin, baby, don't listen to your wife. Say, that's okay, baby. Father Yah will understand. Yeah, that's what I'm reasoning to way back then. When I know the truth, I thought. When I'm going to the malls after service, I said, Father Yah is going to understand it because what? Hey, I'm a poor preacher. I only have tricycle going about 70 miles away from home, buying some more stuff. I told myself, Father Yah, I know you will forgive me. But now I know better. Because doing one thing that you know it is against Father Yah, don't do it because what? It is a sin for you. Because you know it and you're doing it. And if you commit sin, whether you like it or not, baby, you will die. Unless you ask Father Yah to forgive you through His Son Yeshua HaMashiach. So after seventh prayer, after Elijah bows down between his knees for 7 times, the rain comes out. The rain comes down, and Elijah run faster even the horses. That's the story of Elijah. And then after all those things, after Elijah killed all the 450 prophets of Baal and killed all those 400 prophets of Asherah, do you think Elijah is going to get away with it? No, baby. Jezebel is after his head. That's why Jezebel said, I'm not going to stop until I kill you, is Tishbite. That's why Elijah, again, with the word of Father Yah, he hid in a cave. And Elijah said, Father Yah, kill me. I'm not worthy. I'm done. They're after my life. But Father Yah said, do you think you're done? Do you think you are by yourself? Look at what Father Yah said. In 1 King chapter 19 verse 18, when Elijah think that he is by himself, and sometimes we think it ourselves too, that we are the only one having this burden. We are the only one who is having the pain. You are not alone, baby. You are not. Because the same thing with Elijah, I will say this to you also. During the time of Elijah, in 1 King chapter 19, verse 18 said, yet I have left me, how many? 7,000 in Israel. All the knees which have not bowed down unto Baal, and every mouth which have not kissed him. You see? When we think, when the trials of life hits us, when our children is acting up, whose parents not going to cry if you see children acting up? I do. Sometimes I cried more than my children. Because sometimes I ask myself if I did enough to tell them the truth and do the truth. Because Father Yah chooses me to be the father in the first place. Now, I'm asking myself most of the time, am I worthy to be the father of my children? And I am doing the work of being a good father. Being father is easy. Have a baby, that's it. But the amount of being a father is the hard part that you can bear. If you don't know the word sacrifices, don't be a father. Just be with your wife. Don't bear children. Just be you and your wife alone. Leave the children alone. enjoy life. Don't make babies. Until you can spell the word Sacfrice, then you're ready to be a father. Because baby, sacrifice being a father. And that's the first thing why Father Yah chooses you. Remember, when Father Yah gave you something for you to bear, He knows you can bear it. But He is not asking you to use it by your own strength. You can bear that if you ask Him. That's why in all the things that you have done on yourself, and you rely on your strength, on your wit, in your understanding, in your own knowledge, baby, whether you like it or not, you're going to the ditch. Because you rely on to yourselves. There's even a word saying, it says, there's a way that's in a man's eye. It's good. But at the end of it, he don't know it's way of death. So here comes Elijah. Now, when he is ready to be offered up, when he is ready, Elijah knows the time he's about to leave the earth. That's why when Father Yah told him to train one man, now, when you live on this earth, what legacy will you be remembered? What story that you can give to your children? Can your children say, my dad lived a good life? My mama told me this, my mama told me that. Now, parents, if you think your children is too young, think again. Because our daughter Natalie told me one time, he said, Pa, you think children are too young for them to learn something? No, that's what you think. But children learn more than what you think. There's a story in my life that I will not remember. I'm not even in school. I'm probably 5 or 6 years old. Because in the Philippines, you'll be 7 before you go to school. Well, if you have the money, you can go there at 5. Now, since I'm poor, I cannot go. Now, because of poverty, there are 9 siblings. My mother is a 3rd grader. My father is a 2nd grader. My father don't know anything except a laborer. Could not even know how to, carpentry. No, nah. So, here comes the story. My elder brother went to the rice mill. You know rice mill back then? My father put his hands on the, when in the rice mill with the rice on it, he put his hand on the sack and put it into his pocket. And somebody saw him doing that because one of his pockets about to bulge, because of the rice. And they told my mother that my brother is stealing rice from the rice mill. And why my brother doing that? Hoping to help my mother and some food on the table. But this is what my mother told to my brother that I will never forget. He said, even if we die, you will not go there to steal. And he almost killed my brother with a stick. That's how poor we are, and that's how young I am to learn how good my mother is in terms of showing us how to live our life. So if you are a parent, if you are a mother, if you are a father, ask yourself, what story of your life will your children say about you when you die and leave this earth? I cannot answer that question to you. You alone can do the same thing. Because I'm asking that to myself. Because honestly speaking, my dear brothers and sisters, statistically, again, I'm a mathematician, the reason why there's a lot of, bad things happening around us. Killings, drugs. It's not because of these children. Because America broke the foundation of being the society by itself. The family is the lowest, we call it the utmost important part of the society. It's not the community by itself. It's not the nation by itself. It is the family by itself. Because community and the society compose with families. You broke that family by itself, you broke everything. And the reason why there are a lot of children don't know what is evil and bad, what is good, is because we don't have a good parents. Children, you are so lucky. You know, our son Dean, every time he is with us after breaks, and I ask him most of the time, how about your classmates, where are they going? They stayed in Tulane. I said, why? Why they don't go like you back home? He said, Pa, they don't want to see their parents. I said, whose child don't want to see the parents? I said, them. Why? It's like their parents, they're not in good terms. I said, I cannot say a word. Because if you're going to ask me, well, I consider myself as the son of the Most High, so whatever my father did, he did what he could. And I could not blame him, isn't it? And whatever my mother did, she did what he could. But what happens to me is for myself alone. Because now I know what to choose. Now I know better where to go. Now it is your responsibility now as a parent to choose and teach your children where they go. Proverbs 22 verse 6. Train your child. It's your job. It's your job, parents. So the same thing with Elijah. When he's about to leave this earth, he trained one man, Elisha. Now, Elisha is the chosen one for Elijah to train as, his disciple. Now, we want to see the 4 places that Elijah took Elisha before Father Yah took him with him. First place, what do you think is that place? In 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 1. Am I true to my word? 30 minutes and 2 hours? Somebody paid me $100, so yeah, it's 2 hours and 30 minutes. So I will be true to my calling. Now, it says in 2 Kings chapter 2 verse 1, said, it came to pass when the Almighty Yah would take up Elijah into heaven with a chariot, with a whirlwind. Elijah went with Elisha where?